What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Politically Diamond, coming back to you again this beautiful, rainy Saturday morning. So, listen, right? I got a few questions because I've been thinking about this lately. Now, as I was once a caregiver to a person with cancer. My mother had cancer. She found out April 23rd, 2017, and she died April 20th, 2018. So, like 3 days shy to a year of finding out she had cancer, she was out of here. So, I have knowledge of cancer, what goes along with it. I have a little background, so I feel like I can kind of speak about this. Now, we know that King Charles. Now we know that a couple people attached to the royal family has found out they have cancer, right? So it's two main ones. You have King Charles and you have Prince of Wales, Kate Middleton, that's married to the older boy. So it came out that they both had cancer, but honey, let me tell you something. I've been looking at these people and I can't see it. I mean, I'm not a doctor, but I know the smoke and mirrors that be going on, okay? So, just a little recap of what they were diagnosed. Well, they was never diagnosed. They didn't tell us what it was, but they did say they have cancer. So King Charles III, he was diagnosed with cancer in 2024. Now he's still receiving ongoing treatment in 2026. Now Buckingham Palace did not publicly reveal like the exact type. Now Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, she was also diagnosed with cancer in 2024. It's being said that she completed treatment and is now in remission, and she's returned gradually to her duties. Now, I'm going to tell you, right, King Charles, I look at King Charles, and King Charles is old, so a lot of things has come from him being older. But I see, like, he looks kind of healthy to me. You never know what a person has going on in the background, but me being a caregiver to a person with cancer, it's something's not adding up. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And then when I see both of them, cause Kate Middleton, she was like out of sight, out of mind for a while. But it was another. I can't never remember these people's name, but it's somebody else attached to the royal family that has a wife. It's a guy. He has a wife, and they have like two kids, like a girl and a boy. And they always talking about how the wife, how you rarely see her. Like she makes these appearances every once in a while. And they say how she was her husband had put out an announcement how she was like going through some mental things, so she was being treated. They always say that they crazy and they being treated. Same thing they did with Diana, tried to make her seem like she was the crazy one and she didn't know what was going on, but really she was the one that was telling a lot of truth and finding out a lot of truth. So that couple, and she's a very beautiful lady. She will remind you of Princess Diana. Short haircut, short blonde hair, thin, with her kids and her husband just looks like he's into a bunch of shit, and she looked like she just stuck. So we know that Kate Middleton, she was put up for a while after they said that she had cancer. We was hearing that she was going through treatment and things. But now she's back out there. And King Charles has been everywhere. King Charles just, I don't know if he did it yet. I haven't seen it on the news, so I don't think it happens yet. But he's supposed to be meeting with Donald Trump. Okay, and that's like, isn't that a conflict of interest? Like Donald Trump in the Epstein files, your brother is in the Epstein files. Like, I don't think that's who you should really be meeting up with, but okay. But to me, I'll be honest with you. That's not happen. I feel like some of it is a play. Like especially knowing what has came down the pipeline about the royal family, I feel like they got ahead of it and they put that out because they know that will pull at the heartstrings of the world. Okay, you tell somebody you have cancer, unless that's your op, they sad that you got it. And cancer is something that once you find out you have it, like what you have to go through, even if it's in religion, like they say Kate Middleton, and I have this feeling about the whole remission thing. I honestly feel like they tell a lot of people with cancer that. They told my mama that, like, kind of coming up to the end, they was telling her, oh, your cancer was remission, all the cancer melted away, and it's just fluid, and we have to drain the fluid. Child, please. She was up out of there not long after that. And then the mistakes that they did at the hospital was so horrible. Like it was one time, like my mom, she was a big woman like me. We 6 foot women, 200 pounds, hips, things like that. And it took her down to nothing. I'm talking about nothing. I watched all her body weight just leave. And she would always go in the hospital and they would try to find like blood vessels and they couldn't because she was so like dry on the inside. So when they would stick her, her veins would roll and they couldn't get it. It was dry. So one time she had to go into this surgery and they had to like drain something or something she was going in there for. I was at work, my sister took her and I came at the end because of their emergency. So they had to put like a needle through something inside her and they went through it. They went through the vein. They were supposed to stop the needle in the vein, but they went through the vein. So when they pulled the needle out, this woman that already was low on blood, low on, fluids in her body, when they pulled the needle out, the blood that was in there started going everywhere. And she was never the same after that. She was already like in bad shape, but the malfunction at the hospital, the malpractice at the hospital made her bleed even more. And I'm quite sure it's something that we could have probably sued for, but the hospital, they mess so many people up. It's ridiculous. More people are messed up at the hospitals once they leave, get there and leave, than they are when they come in. And that's a fact, okay? And I have a background in medical. I went to school for nursing, went to school for medical assistant, actually took care. Listen, I got 4 kids my own self and took care of a person with cancer from the day they found out to the day they passed. So I know what I'm talking about. And to see, like, to just look at them, their physical, especially King Charles. King Charles, to be his age, to find out that he has cancer for a couple years, it's the look is not giving it. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and I just think that it may be a little lie to this, you know, because they knew what was coming down the pipeline with the Epstein files and Prince Charles, because none of this stuff is new. All this stuff is stuff that has been out there for a long time. And I think they did this one. Because it was suspicious to me when they both came out with cancer at the same time. And I'm talking about this was right after Queen Elizabeth died that they came out with cancer. And that had to suck for Charles if it is true. If it is true, that would really have to suck for Charles. You go in with your mother, do everything, and then you become king after all these years of your mother telling you, one day you're going to be king, one day you're going to be king. And then as soon as you make king, you find out you have cancer. That was crazy. But side note, one thing that I saw about Prince King Charles, which made him more human, he was somewhere and it was like a crowd of people. And it was I don't know if they consider themselves black over there in London. I don't know because a lot of people in different places, just because you have a certain skin tone, don't mean that they consider themselves black. So, but as far as I see with my eyes the darker skinned women, black, when they would be over here. They asked for a hug. They asked if they can hug them, and that's against protocol. And he hugged them, and he had like this genuine smile and laughter. And that's the stuff that I love to see with these high profile people that they make seem so, out of reach and out of touch. I love to see them in human form. Even Queen Elizabeth, I saw something the other day when she was like a younger queen. The queen walks in front of everybody. Well, they showed her and her mother. They were about to go. You know how they be on they go outside on the balcony and people be down there cheering them on. Well, her mother was there, and she told her mother to walk in front of her. And this is the queen telling her mother to walk in front of her. Her mother walked proudly in front of her. And it was like cool to see that, because they try to make these people seem like they're so just, oh my God, out of this world and unordinary. And these people are humans just like us. Guess what? Queen Elizabeth, she took a shit just like us, okay? Wake up, gotta brush her teeth just like us. Nah, she probably never touched a toothbrush. Let's get that part right. She probably never touched a toothbrush. She probably got a toothbrush by people, but she still need them toothbrush, So, with everything that's going on right now, it's like you have to second guess everything. You can no longer go by what these people put in your face. Imagine just still going by what we thought Puff Daddy was. For a long time, we knew he was like a scumbag. But think about that moment before we knew all this stuff. Like, we looked at Puffy like, oh my God, he's so rich and influential, and I wish I had his life. And now you look now. Do you still wish you had his life? Do you still wish that you was going to a Puffy party? I doubt it. Even though I done heard a lot of gay men say they wish they could go to a Puffy party, honey. Not everybody is against the Puffy white party. Some people say they ready to go. Whatever you want them to do, whatever drug, whatever threesome, whatever escort you want, child, bring it, child. I done heard that more than one time. But yeah, I'm gonna pay attention to this, because I think this is just another play. All right, I think they knew what was going to happen with the Epstein and how about, child? Speaking of Puffy and the royal family, Fergie, Prince Andrew's ex-wife, they say Fergie and Puffy was friends with benefits, honey. Fergie was giving it to everybody. Fergie probably done did Jay-Z too, child. Fergie done did every single body. That's why women, don't be talking about your man got a type. Your man do not have a type. You know what your man type is? Pussy. And sometimes dick. Hope it don't no kids listening. But that's your man type, pussy. It can be old pussy, young pussy, fat pussy, skinny pussy, white pussy, black pussy, Indian pussy. It can have half a pussy. That's your man type. And sometime on the side, black dick, white dick. I ain't gotta go no further. I just had to put it out there. So and I learned that. I learned that with my baby daddy, child. I started seeing what he was watching. I'm like, wait a minute. How the fuck you from an island, but you looking at this old white skinny, what? Oh, I learned that day. They have no type. I don't give a fuck. They type is, bitch, turn the lights off. Turn them to 9. And even if you watch the Star Report, one of his guests, number 9, always coming on there talking about a mouth is a mouth feel the same in the dark. So as long as it's dark, you can't tell. Whether it could be a man mouth, woman mouth, animal mouth, it can be all type of mouths. In the dark, it all feel the same. So yeah. But that was just a little side note, child. Fergie, ooh. Fergie, they say Fergie's still going over there to the dungeon over there that they didn't put Prince Andrew in, child. They say that thing infested with rodents. Okay. They say he got a rodent problem. They say he has closed himself off in the house. He's afraid to come out, because they reported a few weeks ago that two men got over the gate and was trying to make their way in the house, and he was scared because he felt like they was coming to kill him. And I always wondered, after he got out of jail and he was in that car being drove by them two guys, and he was in that back seat looking like he literally was looking at the Ground Reaper walking towards him, one of his eyes had this red dot in it, and the other eye was clear. And child, I be wondering if maybe somebody had like a laser. You know, you can get them beams on them guns. Maybe somebody they was driving towards was like warning him that we coming for you, and they shined that beam in his eye. Go look back at that picture and look how he was looking. I'm quite sure it was paparazzi out there, so it's a lot of flashing lights and things. But I feel like that red dot that was in his eye, child, somebody put that there. And that's why he was looking like that. And that's why he was scared. He looked like he was about to die right then. Like death was like, come on, I'm gonna open this door for you and you gonna walk out this car and we gonna go to the afterlife, to hell. To hell. Okay? So yeah, I just want to talk about King Charles and Princess Kate Middleton. And Kate Middleton, I used to think she was like this, like I liked the Kate Middleton. I didn't know too much about her until Harry married Meghan, and they would get certain pictures of Kate, and you could tell by her facial expression, like, yeah, no, she's not as nice as they try to make her seem like. You know, they were saying all the racist stuff that was going on with them and Kate Middleton and the stuff like that. Yeah, I think Kate Middleton put herself over Meghan, okay, because she was fully whatever, royal blood, British blood, fully British. Kate Middleton is black and white, which they consider a mutt, okay, a mutt from America. And she's like, listen, I'm married to the future king, okay, and I'm fully British, and you're a mutt from America. How dare you? How dare you think you are the same as me? And I just see a different side, but maybe I'm tripping. But I'm going to see what go on with this whole cancer thing.